Very recently, someone told me something that made some sense. The more I thought about it, the more sense it made in a different way. They basically stated that magic, first of all, is not dead. And second of all, it is, maybe I misunderstood him, but is making it so, in layman's terms, the nature and the universe, or whatever you want to call it, works in your favor by adjusting yourself to its thing. Somewhat. I don't remember the exact wording, obviously, but I think you get the gist. So it's going to happen no matter what. And you have to align yourself with it in order for it to work with you or for you. While that is true, I believe, it's missing one key aspect of magic. In fact, all of alchemy, now that I think about it, the three, magnesium, whatever, earth, fire, and then it doesn't actually mean the physical elements, it means like the deeper elements of it. I've read all the lectures. I mean, I've seen the shit. What, magnesium, salt, and what's the last one? Sulfur? Oh, no, mercury, salt, and sulfur, that's what it is. Some shit like that. And it represents fire, earth, water, air, but it's not the real. Some people say it's the real symbols, the actual shit, and then some people say it's a mental thing, like it's a philosophical thing. But they're all missing one key aspect. It's right there. Who do you cast magic against? And who? Not what. You don't cast magic against nature, saying I cast a spell or I wish, I have intention of it to rain. You're asking it to work with you. Hi, Bubbles. Or you're casting it for protection, using it, right, for your protection against what? Earthquakes and hurricanes? I don't think so. The one aspect that all these things are missing, the one that they're ignoring, is the aspect that someone is reading this information. You're not putting these stories and these tales and these beliefs of this knowledge on paper or stone or word of mouth for what? For who? Someone to read, right? So the one fucking key aspect you're missing from it is other people. Literally everyone else on the planet is the biggest part of magic, because without them, mercury, sulfur, and salt would still exist, but it would mean nothing. There would be paperweights. It is the key element, the human, and that's what we are right now. We're human, so I don't care what you want to call consciousness, you want to call it souls. Fuck all that. You're not a soul. I mean, yeah, you are, but you're not. You know what I mean? Right now, you're a human. This is what you're trapped with. There's a point in this. Because if there was no point to this, this wouldn't be a thing. This would be a paperweight, like Mercury, without a human. The point to this is to be bound by this. It's a constraint, a restriction, that you must learn not to get around, but to work through and with. Because this isn't a way of escape. This isn't a vacation. This is not a way of escape. This is a way to learn to work through constriction. To breathe deeper than your pharynx. Right? Everyone's always trying to get around shit. So magic, casting spells, writing sigils, has to do with other people. Period. I don't care what you write about. You want it to rain more? For what? Because you want to eat and your family wants to eat, so you need to grow your crops. People. You want it to be an earthquake so the neighboring village doesn't attack yours tomorrow. People. Everything revolves around the human being, and that is the one aspect that is being left out of all of this shit. How do you remote view? What do you remote view for? If it's yourself excluded, I mean. I know you're a person, so obviously people is duh. But what I'm saying is everyone else. Because if it was just you on the world and you're casting magic spells, none of them would work. You know why? Because there was no other people. So one, you'd have no spells to cast. You're going to cast for apples to fall out of the sky. Can't work. It's got to bounce off of somebody to go up there. No alchemist, I believe, if there was ever a true alchemy like the motherfuckers that touched the silver pendant or the whatever, the tin pendant and turned it into gold, taking a part of themselves, they couldn't do that alone, even if they had the knowledge. You need to have other people on this planet in order for you to be able to execute that which you want and manifest the reality that you want, because they help you. You align with your universe, but you don't align with it and then just ride. Take a free ride. You get on the fucking Ferris wheel and there you go. No. It's not like that. It's not like that. You have to see the path, like through a crowd of people, for you to be able to make the dots. And you don't have to see the whole path. It's like skiing. When you're skiing, when you're snowboarding, or any kind of thing that you're going straight. Okay, that's why I have the unicycle. Because you have to see immediately in front of you, then medium length in front of you, and then large length in front of you. So if you see a giant right turn coming in about 100 yards, you know you're going to start slowing down soon. And then there's a small bump right in front of your skis, but right after that is a dip. So if you hit the bump, if you lift your ski to hit the bump, you're fucked, because you're going to go right down that dip and you're screwed. But if you know to just swerve with both skis, you'll be fine, because in fact you'll actually go over the dip with both skis and you'll be on a turn headed towards the left, where the turn long term is. So that is an example of, you have to see the medium view after the small view. Because you're, oh shit, because if you miss that bump, you're fucked. You know, obviously, if you don't see it at all, you're done. But you see it, so you can lift your ski, but right before lifting your ski, you look down and there's a dip. If you lift your ski, you're going one-legged on that dip. But if you turn your skis, hit the bump as a small bump, and then go into the dip, you're going to have a nice zooming into the left turn that's coming up that you know you're going to have to go anyway. So which way do you hit the little bump? You hit it on the left, right? Because you're going to go left. So all of that is how you see. So that's exactly how you see spells. You see the next couple of moves, next couple of skipping stones, and then you let it rock. But without those skipping stones, none of these spells would work. There would be no ideas. And it's not like you're the only genius here and everyone else doesn't know magic. You know what I mean? You learned it from somewhere, right? No matter how many years you've been there, no matter how many books you've read them. Meaning other people wrote them, meaning other people know about this. And if they have kids, they probably told them about this without writing a book and having them go to a library, but you know? I don't know how exactly to wrap up what I'm saying right now in a nice bow and hand it to you, but I definitely know that there's something in the box and it's not a crock of shit. Maybe it is, but it doesn't smell like shit. At least to me.